Hey, it's rumbling time! What's up, is a culture detective here investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing a second review of the day, and that would be the new album from Depeche Mode, Memento Mori. So, British synth-pop darkwave outfit Legends Depeche Mode has returned after 6 years with a new album, Memento Mori. And I'm talking about them right now as if I've been a fan of them since the 80s or something, as if I was alive then, but actually, I haven't listened to their music at all until like a couple days ago. So this is quite new to me. And I have heard their names many, many times in a lot of music discussion, especially when it comes to synth pop, but I never really got curious enough to listen to their music until I found out recently that they had released a new album and it's been making some noise. Of course, the classic album that everyone's talking about from Depeche Mode is the album Violator, which I listened to quite a bit, and I must say, I am enjoying this brand of dark, moody 80s synth pop. It's so interesting for me. But anyways, the band has returned, and this is under the pretext that the keyboardist had unfortunately passed away last year. So naturally, this album is about death and mortality and embracing that, and thus the title Memento Mori. Also, a lot of the tracks on this album sound pretty similar. They're spacey, reverby, filled with glitchy electronic instrumentals, and it's very much committed to the 80s aesthetic, which to them is the aesthetic. So the album starts off with My Cosmos is Mine, which is very spacey, and it's a slow burn intro with a chorus that features some heavenly vocal harmonies that sound like it's recorded in a cave and it sort of sticks out from the rest of the track. And then we have Wagging Tongue, which I think is a pretty formulaic track. There's nothing all that groundbreaking or interesting about it. It has a very safe melody and safe instrumentals. So far, the first two tracks aren't really all that amazing in my opinion. But the next five tracks on the album are actually all really great. Ghosts, again, is one of the lead up singles to the album, and it's a straightforward and uplifting song about death and mortality. We have lyrics like Everybody says goodbye, faith is sleeping, lovers in the end, whisper, we'll be ghosts again, which is a pretty beautiful way of saying we'll meet again in the afterlife, which is a very powerful concept, in my opinion, something that I do not wish to face at all. But I still really love the instrumentals. I love the sweet mathematical keyboards and bass. Next, we have Don't Say You Love Me, which is a reverby, cavernous track that has a film noir edge to it. The sad swinging guitars and strings add so much cinematic quality to the track, which I really like. My Favorite Stranger is a grimy banger with menacing distorted guitars and chunky sequenced beats, and it's definitely one of the catchiest tracks on the entire album, in my opinion. And the follow up, Soul With Me, is a gorgeous slow burn ballad with forlorn guitars, vintage nostalgic synths that feels like it's loaded on some cassette tape and now it's being played back to us. And then we have the lyrics: follow light towards the voices calling, I'm going where the angels fly, I'm taking my soul with me. Again, about the afterlife, about going to the next part of life, whatever there is, or more like the part where life is over. And then Caroline's Monkey is a cheeky, catchy, and moody track. It's moody as hell, and I really like that. I love the sensual, whispery vocal performances and the curious synths. My roommate's outside. And I also like the track Always You, which is a mid-paced emotional synth pop track with some crazy biblical keyboards that really feel out of the world. And aside from these tracks, a lot of other tracks just feel alright, they're okay, and given that it's 2023 and we are like 3 decades past their prime, I totally didn't really have any high expectations. Like, I don't expect them to pull off something super innovative out of nowhere. Like, they're very much done with this sort of music. We have the track People Are Good, and it's just too dry and stale and repetitive. 2 minutes into the track, and to me, it already sounds like it's been 6 minutes. The album ending Speak to Me is a really drony and slow paced track, and understandably so. There's a strong sense of finality to this track, which I really like. But it doesn't last too strong of an impact for me. I think the chords and the instrumentals on this track aren't really that groundbreaking. So, yeah, overall, pretty solid album. I wouldn't say it's the best, but with what they have, I'm I'm satisfied. Oh, God, why is my roommate outside? I'm giving the new Depeche Mode album Memento Mori a decent to strong 7 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new Depeche Mode album? Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.